it's Lizzie. Today is my birthday. I'm 27 years old. I'm so grateful for another year of life. It's so incredible to me because I began YouTube when I was 15 and it has been the most consistent part of my life amongst different cities, countries, friendships, relationships, roommates, apartments, everything going on in my life. YouTube has always been at the core of it, and I am so thankful. I wrote this video 6 months ago, and now that I am into my late 20s, I thought this was the perfect time to talk about growing up and aging. I remember when I moved from my teens into my 20s, I did not like it. I hated my 22nd and 23rd birthday. I think for all of us, there's this fear and negativity about getting older, and especially among women because we're no longer in our prime and our fertility clock is ticking. Also, there's this fear, discomfort if we're not married yet, we don't have kids. There's just a lot of negative emotions going on. So I wanted to make a thankful, positive spin on it and share some amazing things about getting closer to our 30s. Number one, not being in school anymore. By late 20s, most people are done with undergrad, graduate, law school, med school, PhD. Pretty much everyone is out of school. The majority of my friends went to grad school, law school, and just seeing their experience of stress and being overwhelmed, it's incredible that everyone has graduated and is in the working world now. It's just not a fun time when you reflect back. You're exhausted, working every day, sleep deprived, working side jobs, reading, writing papers. Being able to have specific work hours to get off work, to have weekends off, to get vacation off, is just such a more peaceful way to live. Number two, having less friends and instead being way closer with the people who you do keep in your life. As you get further away from being in school and maybe move to a new city, you are gonna gradually lose those friendships that you had. And if I had been told at the time that all these people I loved I would never talk to again, it would be sad, but it's incredible seeing from my perspective now that I'm so much more joyful and happier when I get to be really close to the friends I do have and go on specific vacations to see them. Getting to be best friends and close with like 7 people instead of having 20, 30 acquaintances, I'm just so much happier. Number 3, eating less food. I don't know if any of you will relate to this, but I know for me, I had such a high metabolism in my teens and throughout college, and I went vegan halfway through college, and I ate like 3,000 calories a day. I made entire smoothies to eat, and I would literally have like mixing bowls, giant bowls, to put my pasta and stir fry and rice and tacos, pasta, everything in. And it was just ridiculous and annoying having to eat so much food. So probably when I was 23, 24, I just noticed my metabolism really went down. And it's incredible not having to eat 3,000 calories anymore. I save so much money on food and it's just the best. Number 4, reading for fun. So I was an avid reader growing up. I had so much fun outside of school reading so many books. I was like addicted to reading. I would get home from school and immediately start reading. We didn't have like TV, movies, internet in my household growing up. But once I got to AP classes in high school, I was so busy doing reading for school that I didn't have time to just read for fun. Once you are completely done with school, it frees up your time, and I completely lost my passion for reading for fun because of school. And now that I'm older, I'm finally able to regain this joy and excitement at just learning knowledge, relaxing in fiction, and reading whatever I want. Number 5, having more serious romantic relationships. So dating in your early 20s and teens is such an amazing experience. I think being in love teaches you so much about yourself and the world, and it challenges you to change and be better, and it opens your mind and your life. So it's an amazing thing. But once you get into your late 20s, everyone is more serious about settling down, starting a family. Even guys are thinking about marriage. And while I would definitely recommend people to date for like 3-4 years when you're in your early 20s, teens, before getting engaged. Once you get into your late 20s, early 30s, you don't have to date for like 4 years before getting married because you know yourself so much better. My parents met in their early mid 30s and they got engaged after 6 months because you know yourself so well and you know your lifestyle and your goals and who you want to be moving forward, and you can kind of cut through all the superficialness. In late 20s going into their 30s, people don't want to waste their time. They know what they want. They're not going to mess around, play with your heart, mess with you. They want to find their person. Number 6, experiencing your friends make relationship milestones. So it is so fun going to so many weddings and seeing your friends have babies. Because of the pandemic, I haven't met 3 of my friends' babies, which is so sad. But my godson, I met him a few years ago. I've gotten to see him grow up, hang out with him, babysit him. And it's just the most incredible, amazing experience seeing your best friends become mothers and fathers. And I just think it's so special. Even if you're not in your life stage of having a family yet, getting to see your friends experience it is so special. Number 7, wearing less makeup and focusing on skincare. So pretty much everyone I know who wore a full face of makeup throughout high school and college has really chilled out. And a lot of us like never wear makeup or just a tiny amount. Since I was 14 up until I was like 24, I did full glam every day. And as I've gotten older, I really just care more about self-care, and I have a skincare routine with like 4 to 5 different products that I do in morning and night. And it's just really cool getting to be refreshed and self-care and not constantly wanting to appear a certain way in the world. Nothing against people who wear makeup, but I just feel like I've kind of outgrown makeup in a really beautiful way. I know on YouTube and social media, I wear a lot of makeup, which I really have so much fun doing. But in my everyday life, I've just chilled out a lot. Number 8. Mental illnesses are under control. So I'm not at all saying this applies to everyone in the world, but everyone in my life who had a mental illness come out in high school, college, early 20s, things like depression, generalized anxiety disorder, eating disorders. It's amazing being in late 20s now and seeing everyone in my life have it under control. Either they're on medication, they see a psychiatrist, or they've seen therapists in the past that have really helped them. One of my friends who had a really bad eating disorder, she's completely overcome it, healed from it. I never would have guessed 10 years ago, 7 years ago, even 5 years ago that all of this trauma and pain and chaos going on in people's life would just be completely resolved. They would heal from so many things, and everyone's just at so much peace and in such a healthy state of mind. Number 9, not drinking alcohol as much. So I did not drink for like a year and a half because of the pandemic, but recently I went on vacation with 2 of my best friends. I had alcohol for the first time in so long, and then I made homemade margaritas with my fiance for my birthday. And okay, I'm gonna share the recipe real quick. So in the Bahamas, I had frozen margaritas and one of them was mango flavored. So I was like, I want to make this on my own. I don't want to buy the processed margarita mixes at the store. So what we did is we got a giant packet of the frozen mango from Trader Joe's, and we blended that together with some water, and then we put in agave syrup to sweeten it, and then tequila. And it was so amazing, so delicious, so healthy. It's like eating an extra meal, getting all the fruit in. But I was thinking a few months ago when I wrote this video script that I would be so content to go the rest of my life without drinking alcohol. So as a Catholic, I'm against getting drunk. We believe that is a really bad sin, but it's totally fine to drink together. There's no problem with that. And I think it was so much fun when I turned 21 and beyond, getting to hang out with my friends. I never went to parties, but I love just being with close friends, drinking together. You know, you're more open, you have great conversations. We had so many great philosophy dialogues. So it was a really fun time, but I feel like as we get older, we just don't want that as much. And it's honestly so much healthier. Alcohol isn't great for your physical health, for your mental health. It disrupts sleep. It doesn't make your workouts as successful. So yeah, it's just great to kind of not be wanting to do that a lot. And I also think people who may have had a negative experience with alcohol in college or grad school, they may have been drinking a lot because of pressure from all their acquaintances and also just stress from school. And so I think as people get older, you outgrow that party phase if you were in that. And I just think it's way healthier not drinking all the time. Number 10, the final one, is taking health seriously. So I talked about mental health, how a lot of people are taking care of that, but I'm talking about other health conditions, physical health. So unfortunately, some people in my life have developed chronic illnesses that have been very horrible, very harmful to experience. But with people who do get diagnosed with things, I noticed that for the first time in mid to late 20s, they begin caring so much about what they're eating and how that will affect their body long term. And also, this didn't happen to me, but I think some people, they are not able to eat as unhealthy anymore. Like if they are eating unhealthy a lot, they will gain weight. Whereas when you're younger, you can eat whatever you want and you'll look the same. And so I think because of that, other people also feel motivated to eat healthier and to really care about how they're nourishing their body. And also, I've heard from a lot of people, I don't ever eat unhealthy, rarely, but if you do eat unhealthy as you're getting into your late 20s, you don't feel as good as compared to in your early 20s. You can eat whatever you want and you'll feel fine. And so people, just because of so many reasons, are starting to eat really healthy, care about their health. Obviously, chronic health conditions have been horrific and it's been so sad seeing some of my friends struggle through that. But getting to see even more people really care about what they're putting in their body. You guys know I'm obsessed with veganism. I care so much about the health aspect of it. So it's just sweet seeing my friends really care about that, and a lot of them are adapting more vegan diets, which makes me really happy as well. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Those should be top 10 reasons that late 20s are better than early 20s. Do not be annoyed or scared or upset or negative about growing up. You are still in your prime. You can peak in your 40s and 50s. Life will keep getting even more amazing if you stick to being passionate about it, stay close to God, and keep living an intellectual, invigorating lifestyle. I love you all so much, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!